Yes, it's back to school time. I know. For parent guidance, this is a time that you have anxiety because your children are going back to school. I know that feeling. It's a time you tend to panic as a parent, as a guardian. But don't worry. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you tips to help you through the back to school. Ensure that you watch this video to the end. Hi guys, I hope you're all keeping well and safe. Welcome to LES Matters TV. On today's episode of LES Matters TV, I am going to be giving back to school tips for the year 2021 to the year 2022. Yes, today's video, I'm going to be giving out tips to you parent and guardian in relation to your children going back to school in 2021 to year 2022. All right. I know it's back to school time. It's a time that parents, guardian, children have anxiety of going back to school. Okay, I know the children have been at home for 3 months, 4 months. It depends on which country you are in relation to summer holiday, and now it's a time for them to go back to school. This is a time that parents, guidance, teachers, they are always dreading, particularly in this situation that we have now in relation to the coronavirus, the pandemic season. I know it's a different season now, and coming to the time that the children are going back to school, it's a time that parents, guidance, and even the children, they are dreading as well. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be giving out tips in relation to how you as the parent or guardian and children could navigate this back to school season year. All right, let's dive into it. The first tip I'm going to give out to you today as a parent or guardian is to set expectations. Yes, set expectation for this new school year. Okay, so to the expectations, you need to sit down and have discussions with your children. Let your children know that as they are going back to school, it's going to be a different year, okay, compared to the previous years that they've had in the past in relation to the pandemic. So you need to let your children know that things are going to change in the school, okay. They might be asked to wear face masks. They might be asked to maintain social distancing. They might be asked to go in pods, okay. So they might be asked to go in set by set into the classroom. I know this is a time that the children are not well used to, and bear in mind, some of these children, it might be their first time of going back to school after March 2020, where learning was moved online. So you also need to understand that as the children are going back to school, it's going to be a strange season for them. So it's important that you set expectations. Let the children know what to expect in school, and that as they are going back to school, that there are some changes that is going to occur in their school. They are going to be wearing face masks. They are going to be maintaining social distancing. They are going to be washing their hands all the time. They are going to be using alcohol gel and sanitizer, which the children might not be used to. So it's important that you set expectations. Let your children know what they are going to expect as they go back to school. Do not just send them to school without not preparing them, without not telling them what they are going to expect as they go back to school. So the first tip that I'm going to give out to you in relation to back to school in year 2021 to year 2022 is set expectations. Let your children know what they are going to be expecting as they go back to school. This tip is really important. Take note of this first tip, all right? Second tip I'm going to give out to you in relation to back to school in the year 2021 to year 2022 is you need to set standard. Yes, as a parent, as a guardian, it's important that you set your standard in relation to, okay, when the children, they are going to wake up in the morning, when they are going to go to bed, when they are going to have their shower in the morning, when they are going to have their breakfast. It's important, okay? You need to set your standard in relation to having a routine. You need to have a routine in place. This is going to help you because when you have routine in place, at least you know what to expect. Okay, when you have routine in place, at least you know what you're going to do in the morning or in the night before the children go to school. Okay, so it's important. The second tip I'm going to give out to you in relation to back to school in the year 2021 to year 2022 is you need to set a standard, set a routine, and make sure that you stick to your routine. Be important in relation to back to school that you set up a routine and stick to it. At least the children know what to expect, okay, as they are going back to school. Okay, in the morning, these are the things that we have to do in the morning, or these are the things that we have to do the night before we go to school. So take note of this second tip in relation to back to school in year 2021 to year 2022. Ensure that you set up a routine and make sure you stick to this routine. All right. Third tip I'm going to give out today in relation to back to school in year 2021 to year 2022 is in relation to the routine. Ensure that the children get used to the routine before they go back to school, okay? It's important. Practice. practice, like the saying, practice make perfect. So you let them practice ahead of going back to school. It could be few days or few weeks before they go back to school. At least they know what to expect. Unlike in the morning of the children going back to school, and you're like, oh, wake up, 7 o'clock, we're waking up, without you telling them, without even you telling them. The children don't know what to expect. So it's important in relation to routine. Ensure that you practice this with the children. Make sure that the children are used to this routine before they actually go back to school. This is going to up, because it will make everywhere to be calm, so that when the children are going back to school, they at least know what to expect. Okay, in the morning I have to wake up 7 o'clock, I have to have my shower, get dressed, eat my breakfast, and then I'm going to school. So it's important, before the children go back to school, this routine, practice it with them. Go through the routine with the children. Okay, it could be 1 day, 3 days, whatever works best for you as a parent, as a guardian. But it's really important. Do not just let them into the routine straight away like that. You need to practice with them. You need to let them get used to this routine before they go back to school. Take note of this third tip as well. All right. Tip I'm going to give out to you in relation to going back to school in year 2021 to year 2022 is an evening to-do list. Yes, in the evening, before the children go to school in the morning, create a to-do list. So what are the things that you have to do before the morning when the children go to school? Okay, it could be simple things as, okay, you lay the clothes out, the clothes that the children are going to wear the next day. Okay, they prepare their lunch, they pack it, the school bag is set and ready to go in the morning. This is important. When you do list in the evening, it's going to make your job easier as a parent in the morning, and for the children as well, because it's not going to be in the morning that you're rushing. Oh, they are preparing their lunch in the morning. Okay, they are going. You're looking for the clothes that they are going to wear. So it's important in relation to tips for back to school year 2021 to year 2022. Ensure that you have a to-do list in the evening, an evening to-do list, and ensure that you stick to this. Okay, make sure you have the clothes that the children are going to wear, their socks, their shoe, their lunch are packed, good to go in the fridge, and then they can take it in the morning, the night. Okay, the cereal box are out, the plate, the spoon, whatever that will make your work easier for the children going to school the next day. Ensure that you do this as well. All right. Tip I'm going to give out to you in relation to back to school in year 2021 to year 2022 is create time for family. Yeah, this is important. You need to understand that, due to the pandemic, your children are at home with you. You have that bonding time with them. Okay, you spend time with them. You're closer to them. You find out a lot of things about them. Do not just look at it, okay, because they are going back to school, that's it. Okay, no, you need to also create time for them. So whatever works for you, it could be in the evening time, it could be at weekend. So look at it as a time to bond with your children. Do not just let the children see, oh, yes, our parents were waiting for us to go back to school, so now we're back to school. They don't even have time for us. It's important, because when you have time for your children, you're bonding with them. Okay, you find out some things about them. They know the kind of parent you are. You also know the kind of children that your children are, and it's going to make your parenting journey easy. Okay, so just the 5 tips that I have today in relation to back to school in year 2021 to year 2022. If you want more of this on this channel, what do you have to do? Subscribe, and not just subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you will be the first person to be notified each time I have a new video on this channel. Until I come your way, take care and mind yourselves for now. Bye.